15 May. That was rainy yesterday. And snowy. Those darn mountains. Beautiful crisp day today. This is area is called Ucross. This is something plank center, community center. There's a stone building over there too. Let's see if I can get in there. I don't know what this is. It looks like a sort of a barn, but it's got a chimney. All beautiful field stone and a log and barn board. It's gorgeous. Would make a beautiful house or something. Just a stunning building. I had to turn around and come down the side road to check it out. Let's see if we can get in here. Check it out. Such a gorgeous day. I feel like exploring. The Ucross Chapel, interdenominational, open daily at 8 a.m. till dusk. Open as in I can go in. It's a lovely little oasis amongst all the rather dry tumbleweed hills out there. Oh, look at these nice stones. Oh, it's a good morning to be alive. Wow, this thing's gorgeous. I wonder if this was built as an actual church, like it's old, or somebody just threw this together for a little pretty thing in a park. Sure looks old. The bell up there. I don't think we're getting in here. No, we are too. Oh my God. Don't you just love it when you can walk right into these old churches? I see everybody's respecting it. So I wonder if they lock it at night. If I were on like a bicycle trip, I'd be camping in here like a hobo. Stained glass. Cathedral ceiling. No wood stove. Hey, Cactus is going to sign this. Bear with me. Out and about with Cactus. YouTube. Hope that's not too cheesy. Wow, there's an abundance of old log barns with hand-hewn logs like this all over the Ottawa Valley. And some of them, the bottom logs are rotted, and they just kind of let them go. But there's lots are salvageable, and you can make a home out of it. I'd love to do it. I don't know what kind of contractor you would get for that. What kind of building codes, insurance, all that stuff. It would be neat to do. It's so comfy. There's something about just the warmth of these big logs. And I wonder how the R value is. You'd want a centralized wood stove or something, or a hearth, and a backup furnace of something with propane. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get a closer look at that beautiful community center, whatever it is. The dog in the back of that Cummins diesel is just having a time, barking his head off in the wind. What a lovely oasis. Just a random crossroads park. I don't know if there's a village nearby. I gotta check the maps and see if there's some littler roads I can take out that way instead of continue on this lonely highway. Anyway, here's this fabulous building. Gives me building ideas. You know, if you could scavenge the field stone, use proper cement, salvage logs from old barns, old barn board. Of course, it's dry around here. It's frosty and humid all the time in the Ottawa Valley, you'd have to treat this wood once in a while to preserve it. I think the rot comes a lot slower out here. So let's peek in here. What's going on here? There's the great big fireplace. Clean as a whistle. It looks like they barely light it. Yeah, it looks like something you can have events in, or weddings. Weddings an event. Community gatherings. Just a stunningly beautiful building. I hate to dwell on it so much, but it's just, it blows me away. Look at the solid metal eaves trough, the gutters, oxidized with rust. It's thin too, not aluminum. And the metal roof is thick corrugated steel, and it's been allowed to oxidize too. It gives it the old look. Now I'm sure it's not an old building. Here it's got the sliding barn door. Old-fashioned style lamps. Yeah, it gives me crazy ideas of building something nice. Of course, I wouldn't build it that big, unless I was incorporating a garage into it. Right, honey? Barn-dominium? I know you love that idea. Miss you. On we go. Some kind of primitive grain elevator. You can see the little chutes here. Oh, what's nesting up there? Are those crows or some sort of eagle or hawk or vulture? They look like crows. See at least 3 of them. Pretty unique. There's nothing like it around. And up top is those little muddy nests that they make under the soffit there. Yeah, I don't see any grain elevators around here at all, but that's about the most unique cement one I've seen. Pretty cool. We need to have like a mural on it or something. Okay, here's another one. In Clearmont, Wyoming. Best out west in rich flowers, tomahawk feeds for livestock upholstery. So they are a thing, I guess. Maybe we'll see more. That's a clone of the other one. Cool. Little village, population 116. Elevation almost 4,000 feet. National Historic Place. I seen a sign, still in Clearmont. Oh wow. That looks like a miserable little prison cell. It's like something you see in cowboy movies. All covered in stucco. Maybe a little chimney stack there. Best Stout West and Rich Flour Tomahawk Feeds, Sheridan Flowering Mills. Okay, maybe they are common. It's the third one I've seen now. Quick, before some cowboy gun-toting psycho tells me to get off his land. Swallows everywhere. Pembroke used to have a swallow roost right by the marina, and they left. Wow. There's poop everywhere. Look at the pulleys and the elevator thingy. Whew, stinky. Goes down too into the ground. Can't be good to breathe all that. See you, birdies. They're all pissed off at me. I can't even begin to describe how clean the air is out here in the mountains and in these wide open expanses. Nice, clean, crisp air. Three-quarter-ton beauty on the road too. Stopping in the city of Gillette, Wyoming. Is this where they invented the razor for shaving? I wonder. So we fasted last night. I wasn't feeling terribly hungry, and I didn't eat just because. So I had a little fast. It's good to do a little intermittent fast once in a while. So now I'm hungry. Munching into an egg here. I've got one left, still hard boiled. Some Laughing Cow uncheese. I'll get into my mixed nuts and a banana and an apple, and I'll guarantee you I will be full after that. Still doing good. No sugar, no breads, no desserts, no buns, just pretty much meat and plants. It feels good, I'll say that. I'd love to tie into a Big Mac and have a piece of pie. But we're okay. We're doing it. Again, as I said before, when you're sitting there not exercising, you're not burning a lot of calories. So I think that's why this is easier this time around. And I'm definitely not eating as much. Not wanting as much. Okay. We're heading for Devil's Tower. We'll explain that when we get there. Devil's Tower, Wyoming. Another roadside attraction, just outside of Gillette, Wyoming. This area is a big coal mining area. They mine lots of things in Wyoming, but coal is big. They're big open pit mines. I drove past a few of them. And this is a display of their industrial machinery from the past. So what do you think this is for? Extracting oil? That big diesel. Great big rocker arms exposed to the elements. Should be all seized up. These are oil reservoirs, I would say. Worthington. Looks like a generator. Big electric generator. You can power a town with that, for God's sakes. It's huge. Worthington. Ah, it's hard to read. Buffalo Works. Hard to read. This one's got some cylinder heads missing. Another Worthington. They got all the side plates off. You can see the gigantic crankshaft. The connecting rods are gone. That's how big the cylinders are. Yeah, like a Euclid type thing for mining. Not for comfort. Not for the road. Wow. No climbing, but I gotta take a look inside. Eee! How loud and stinky would this have been? They've taken the engine out. There's the big hopper trailer. Probably for dumping coal in out of a bucket like that. Primitive. Hey, the engine's still in it. It's a flathead V8, gasoline. Yeah, just there to drive the hydraulics, eh? Would that be a Ford flathead V8? Anybody know? The center generator, and the belt drives both the generator and the fan. Little tiny carburetor. Cloudy day. Look at the size of that bucket. Woo! Another huge solid steel crane. Tracked crane. Bucyrus, Erie, Bucharest. Oh, it says don't climb, but I'd love to go in there. Somebody was enjoying a bit of whiskey. Wow. Graffiti artists even get in here. I've never been up close to one of these gigantic dump trucks. Wow. Look at the size of that engine. Red like a Cummins. Is that what it is? Jacob's Ranch Mine. Wow, and it's like a hopper type dump truck. The bottom opens up. Look at that. It's open too. It's not as big as I thought. I would imagine being a mechanic on one of these would be fairly straightforward. Everything's big. You'll have all kinds of lifting equipment. You only have to know maybe this and a few other pieces of equipment. Just doing an oil change on that would take a long time. So dualies in the back. It's got 4 steer wheels in the front. I believe they pivot on the center axle here. Probably hydraulic. Well, yeah, it's not manual steering. Wow. Look at that. Oh yeah, the pivots here, and all the tie rods and drag links, or whatever you want to call them. Wild. And how could a thing like this even have like a shelf life? Like, wouldn't they use this for decades and decades and decades? He's big, no? Lord Thunder and Moses. Blows my mind. Stairs on the front too. How are you supposed to resist that? And there's where you spend your day, sitting there driving this puppy around. Ah, someone tore the steering wheel off. Hold your breath, it helps you listen. Interesting quote of the day. I think it means shut your damn yap and listen for once. Oh. Most of us could use that advice. Except for me. Oh, I'm perfect. Unit rig truck, 1978. So it is pretty old. But hey, simple build. There's older half tons than that whipping around all these states. These states of no rust. Or very little. Supposed to pull a pump out of a well. Yeah. Hey, remember that wood splitting machine in Quesnel, BC? Look at the screw on that. Maybe they salvaged that from something like that. Maybe. Starting to see some stuff here in Wyoming. After you leave Yellowstone and you're stuck in a blizzardy snowstorm in the mountains, you don't see so many things to film. Whew, that is huge. Big old drill. And here's coal. Chunks of coal in the rock. Look at that, eh? Incredible. Dirty old coal. Oh, it's everywhere. We're getting there. We're finding a way to get off it. Supports a lot of livelihood though. It's gotta be a slow burn getting off of it. Get into other things. It's a hot topic. My paint job. It's hailing out. My lovely lady said to watch out for tornadoes. I have no idea if this is tornado country or not. I'm gonna pull off. I don't want this big truck behind me. He's hauling a big tank on the back. Not slowing down. Whew! Oh my God. Hope that didn't damage anything. A nice fresh restoration. Brand new paint job. Waiting for the engine to get back in. A 383 symbol on the side. 383. They were a great V8 by Dodge. Chrysler Corporation. Relics. I gotta find this place. Hey! Yeah, you! Llama. Alpaca, whatever you are. The nation's first national monument, the Devil's Tower. Oh, there's climbers up there.
Because you're going to not be
So this could even be in the movie Close Encounters, when Richard Dreyfuss was trying to get up the hill to get to the rendezvous point where the government set up their base to meet the aliens. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that one.
I've been driving for hours every day, just stopping and filming things really quick, but I could use a good walk. This is like a trail in your dreams, all paved and pretty. It's cold, eh? Hope I don't get rained on.
It might rain.
Yeah, the potential's there.
Right up here, I'm going to have to come down.
All right. Good old Corbin had to shake hands and part ways. Get back to Grandma. He promises to subscribe and spread the word of cactus everywhere. Climber right there. Right about there. Like little ants.
It's real higher, right?
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's like up at that ledge right before the top.
Yeah, yep, you're right. Yeah. Again, my camera doesn't zoom good enough. My camera doesn't zoom good enough. That's a good camera you got there. Yeah.
I'm only here because I seen something strange in the sky last night, and I felt compelled to be here to like I had to meet somebody, something, some beings. You could just picture Richard Dreyfuss and who's the lady actor? Lots of great movies back in the day, trying to get up here to where they built the government base to meet the aliens. I think they always had you think, when I was a kid, like it was right on top of that. But I think it was up here somewhere, is what the premise was in the movie. And in the movie, the government fakes a weird virus or a chemical outbreak, and they lay dead livestock all over the place and roadblocks trying to keep people out. Great movie. Bankable Steven Spielberg movie. You usually can't lose with his. Just a whole bunch of fabulous movies from the 70s and 80s. This is up there with Yellowstone. This is quite nice. Now, I can't decide if I like Montana or Wyoming better. I always said Kentucky was my favorite state because it's so interesting. It still is in a certain way. Montana and Wyoming are favorites too, just in a different way. Beautiful vistas. A lot of beautiful stuff in US and day. I could just live here. You're the crazy old man that lives on the hill. Crazy bearded weirdo. So beautiful. Can you see the climbers? I keep looking for that old wooden ladder that was to be depicted on the signboard back there, but I can't make it out. All right, we'll call this the last shot. I need to find camping with shower and Wi-Fi and get to work with the crappy part of YouTube. Editing. Well, this is one of the most beautiful things I've seen. Incredible. I have to get my lady back here someday in the future. Whew, that was a bit of a climb. Okay, back in the van. Good boy. Oh! The old fart. Oh, my knees are done. I didn't even see one alien. No aliens. Lots of weird tourists. Okay, campsite time. Hit the Google Maps. Well, that's it, Wyoming. We're in South Dakota now. Ah, what to say? It's I'm speechless. It's just a fabulous, beautiful state, and there's so much more to see. Just scratching the surface. I could have went to Mount Rushmore too, and I'm sure that would have been pretty cool, but we got to pick and choose. The Devil's Tower just kind of popped in my head. Just the terrain I was driving in. I'm like, was that Wyoming in the movie, the Devil's Tower? I looked it up and I was an hour away, so it worked out perfectly. I've had some bad luck going to places sometimes. They're either closed when I get there because I don't do my research, or the weather's horrible and raining. So that really worked out, and it was raining and hailing all the way there, but in that area it was nice cool mountain air, and it was fluffy clouds and blue skies just like here. So, let's see what South Dakota brings. We'll have to do some homework tonight and look up a few things. This is Out and About. I'm Cactus. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me on this trip. Subscribe. We're still a few hundred short of getting those 1,000, so let's see what we can do there.